The day of the Duma. I am overwhelmed. I force myself to go to bed. We must wake early for the morning game drive. I slip my feet between the sheets and touch something warm and moist. The shock nearly drives me out of my skin. Then I remember that Bwana had warned us early on. At this camp, they put a hot water bottle in your bed when you go to dinner each night. But it is still a shock, and my heart will not settle down as I lay here reliving the events of the day. I awaken at 4, way before coffee is to be delivered, and my mind is on fire. It is hard even to write. Many thoughts and feelings and sights run through my mind at once, wild and beautiful and lovely and sad, muted and subtle and vivid and vibrant. Depression had not left me when we left Larson's. I had been afraid to come here to Quechua-Tembo. My lesson had evidently been learned at Larson's, though. It was a lesson not to be forgotten, but rather underscored and tucked away like Christmas yet to be. For it simply will not be if we are not respectful of the delicate balance that is Africa. I have been tested and I have passed. I feel the reward. It moves me to my very core and at the same time leaves me with a hollow ache in my heart. It is cold as we leave camp for the afternoon drive on our first day at Quechua-Tembo. I had abandoned my bulky safari coat at Larson's after dragging it around with me from Maui to Tsavo and wearing it only a few minutes during the trip. I had left it for the people there along with other unnecessaries. It would only make sense that as soon as I discard something, I would need it. I pull the bright red plaid wool blanket up to my neck and wrap it around my ankles in the open-air vehicle. Our guide David is a handsome man. His wit and charm and easy laugh are emphasized by his gleaming white teeth and ebony skin. I liked him instantly when he picked us up at the airstrip, and I vowed to make him my friend. Perhaps I have finally relaxed. Perhaps I have finally gotten over my guilt of having, while the people around me have not. I am sad only that it took so long for me to bring down that wall. It is still quite early when the radio reports, Duma. We race as quickly as we can through the rutted bush. It is much flatter here than in Samburu, not so many bumps. This is cheetah country. We arrive at a circle of tourist rovers, and David spots the cat on the edge of a ravine. As usual, I am the last to see her. When I do, I am riveted and instantly in wonder. I fumble with my camera. I am trembling. A flash of golden fur peeks up over the ravine edge, then darts back down. This instant of movement, this verge of glimpse, will live with me throughout my existence. This is my first true sight of a cheetah in the fur, let alone in the wild, and my heart is pumping wildly. David maneuvers the vehicle closer as the 6 of us peer into the gully, cameras poised. And then, there she is, looking up at all of us, looking down at her. She paces frantically back and forth around the fresh kill, a large reed buck, his head at an odd angle, his dead eyes staring. Another blur of flaxen fur, and I tear my eyes from the mama to see her son of about 7 months waiting to feed. The cats are stressed from all the noise and diesel fuel and stupid humans who don't have the sense to just shut up and let them eat. As we watch, David whispers that the vehicles intimidate the cheetahs from bringing the kill out of the ravine and up to a vantage point where Mom can keep a watchful eye for a hyena or lion that could steal the meal she has worked so hard to bring down. Her baby eats, then paces and casts a nervous glance about as engines fire and hem them in even more. We sit and watch and photograph until one by one, the others begin to back off. David signals to our other driver to spread the word to the circle of wagons to give the 2 cats some room. I'm glad they obey, and when they do, we sit mesmerized as the mama and baby in tandem drag the kill up to the lip of the ravine. Once there, the mother walks over to a nearby knoll, lies down, exhausted and panting, and lets her son feast on the flanks of the large buck. Time stops for us then, and we are transported through the cheetah portal. The annoying clamor of the other tourists fade, along with the cloying smell of diesel, as one by one they go on their way to invade another unsuspecting creature's privacy. The afternoon sun sinks low in the sky just above the ridge of the boundary of the Mara and casts a glow on the already golden pair who take turns eating and watching out for danger. The sun plates their rich fur. The spots are inky black holes. The fur on the back of the neck of the young cheetah male is still fluff, evidence of his youth. As I take picture after picture after picture, my camera keeps telling me the image is blurry, but it is only reading the blur of his fur. Moving or still, the cheetah looks fast. Nothing on earth matches the richness of their fur or the stare of their amber eyes. Few in the animal kingdom rivals their speed, and nothing in the universe can compare with the permanent tear stains marking their eons of sadness. I take far too many pictures. We all do. I have to change batteries twice, but continue to click away. This is what I came for. This is what I wanted more than anything except perhaps to watch her actually bring down the kill. To me, this trip is now worth every single penny, every single hardship that now seems so trivial that the very thought of them embarrasses me. I have no idea how long we've been here. All of the other vehicles have left. Our vehicle and the Range Rover with the other 6 remain as the sun sinks behind the ridge. Even Dolores, self-proclaimed sissy of the group, refrains from her usual, "Are we going back now?" We cannot tear ourselves away. Before we leave them to their dinner, David drives around the ravine to the other side, where they are taking turns feasting and watching. As the young one feeds, we creep closer to his mother lying in the low grass. So regal she is, and her profile brings me back to the Duma print hanging on my wall back on Maui. Her stare is the same stare. She fixes on some spot far beyond the scope of my mind's eye. This is her world, and she owns it. She rules it and revels in it, and we are allowed only a glimpse of it. We are 10 feet away from where she lies in the grass. The last little bits of sun cling to her as fragments of the day melt into dusk.